Welcome back to Speedrun Ragnarok 2021, benefiting Take This. Without too much more delay, we're going to go on to Ganbare Daiku no Gensan with airangel.
Hi everyone, welcome on in. I'm so excited to be here. Yes, this is Ganbare Daiku no Jitsan, aka Hammer and Harry on the Super Famicom. It is a Japanese only release in the Hammer and Harry series. It's cute. The aesthetics are super bright and lovely, so I hope if you need a chill Monday night, I'm glad you're here because I'm gonna bring some kawaii content to your Twitch channel, to your page, to this page. And also, if anyone is looking to donate, I am matching up to $100 during my run tonight, so we could potentially earn up to $200 for Take This org. So anybody in chat, get your donations in. I'm gonna ask my awesome host to take a look at the donation count right now and let me know at the end of the stream so I can contribute myself. Shout out to everybody in chat. I see y'all in chat. And anyways, we are going to get this started. And I'll talk more about the lore and stuff and the mechanics during the game itself, but we're gonna get the ball rolling. So we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, so Ganbare Daiku no Gensan basically means do your best, Gensan. For all intents and purposes, I'm going to call him Harry. Not that I couldn't just call him Jen, but it's just easier for me to call him Harry. So, Hammer and Harry. The lore of this game is that our childhood BFFF has been kidnapped from a rival construction company. We have learned more about the lore than the speedrun in the last couple months since I've ran this during Flame Fatale. So I have some juicy deep lore for Ragnarok today. So yes, we work for a particular company and I die on the first jump, so that's fine. So we work for a particular construction company. Our best friend, till the end, gets kidnapped and now we have to go save them. But to be honest, I kind of think they are more than our BFFs. Considering we hold hand and like go into the sunset together, but that's just my theory. Don't listen to that. Just listen to whatever you feel like. Yeah, we built this beautiful house for our friend, and then this rival construction company tears it down, and then takes our friend away, so now we have to go find our friend. This game came out in 1993, so it has like sort of the same platformy tropes. We have cityscape, we have jungle, we have like a weird warehouse district type situation going on. The boss battles are going to be very 90s Japan, which I don't really think I need to explain. Just watch and you will understand, I promise. This first fight, cat lovers, don't worry, it's not a real cat. I will ease your pain in a couple moments. But this is a fraud cat, aka boss cat, aka a Yakuza type member in a cat suit. And the first boss is down. This is an auto scroller. If we did have any donations come in, you can let them rip.
Sure thing. We have some leftovers from the golf block here. First
yes.
up, we have one from the Bear from the Golf Game. Donated $15 and says, shout outs to the Pemin. Less than 3.
Heck yeah, less than 3.
We also have one from Rujasu55, who donated $4 and said, golf block was great. I enjoyed the whole thing.
Lords. Amazing. You can keep going if you want. If there's a couple more, you can say a couple more, but
I don't have any more right now, but I will mention that we do have some bid wars for the next game that's coming up. We already met the incentive to annoy Lord British, but there is still the character name and the character gender to donate for, and they're wide open, so get those donations in.
Yes, do it. Alright, so this is the second boss. I call him the litter bug because all he does is throw bottles at you, and it's really not great. But you can get him in a little bit of a stun lock here, which honestly is a pretty solid fight, so I'm gonna give a little hammer smash on the ground just because I feel like it. That particular boss can be pretty rude in terms of jumping all over the place or on top of you, but we had a pretty good RNG sequence there, so I'm pretty happy about that. So this is sort of like, again, the usual trope of like the jungle forest in the platforming series, where you're introduced to these really rude monkeys that will literally just attack, like they're just so fierce. It's so terrifying. I should also talk about the hammer mechanics. So I will be picking up different hammer upgrades. I affectionately called this Stormbreaker from the Marvel series because it is ginormous, as well as if you smack the ground, it sort of has like these lightning bolt capabilities slash earthquake. I think they're lightning. I don't know. Whatever you want. Whatever you want, chat. And then there's another hammer that I will introduce later on, called the Whirly Durly. Again, not official names, it's just something that I call them. Because we don't really know a whole lot officially about this game. In terms of what things are supposed to be called. We did have somebody on Twitter at us and say like what some official things are, and I died again. That's okay. That's pretty much the most inopportune spot to die, but that's alright. So that spot can be kind of tricky because those monkeys, they end up jumping in the same spot, but their bananas are a bit RNG, so their bananas can just pop out of nowhere. And like, Hammer and Harry's just doing his best. And also, we're avoiding bees. Bees IRL are the best because, you know, they keep our planet in sync, but bees in this game are terrifying. So if you want my professional advice, aka not professional, don't touch the bee hive. Just don't do it. So for this boss, this is sort of bleach blonde George of the Jungle of sorts. Since we died, we won't get the quick kill, but that's totally fine. We're just here to defeat him. He throws a boomerang at you. I'm not gonna get a hit there, but that's alright. I'm gonna take a couple hits towards the end because he is almost dead. There we go. That wasn't too bad. So with the hammer upgrades, it takes less amount of hits to defeat the final bosses or any other character, to be honest. Which is why we get the hammer upgrade in most instances. Some parts of the game you don't want it, or you don't want a particular hammer type because it will like slow you down. So right now we're just sort of climbing in the trees. If there are any other donations, you can go for it. Or if you even want to talk about the charity, that's also fine.
I'm glad you said so. We are raising money for Take This, which is a mental health nonprofit. And their main mission is to inform the gaming community about mental health issues, provide education on different disorders and prevention techniques, and reduce the overall stigma around mental illness. And so far, we've already raised enough money to provide for 2/10 of an AFK room at a convention. So that's very good. Thank you for everyone who's donated so far.
That's super awesome. Yeah, mental health is physical health, everybody. I'm a big advocate of this particular charity. They do a lot of great in this world. And if you can donate, awesome. If not, you can help the stream for free by sharing on Twitter and even hosting the channel on your own Twitch channel. So do it to it, gamers. Let's do it. Alright, so right here, I'm gonna pick up a onigiri. So I didn't mention this before, but onigiris are sort of like your HP boost slash assist, I don't know, HP pickup, I guess. Sweet, we got a good sequence there. So, you could get stuck behind those spikes, pretty consistently. And it just like wastes about 20 seconds. So this is Charlene. She wields a chainsaw, and she doesn't like us. From the lore aspect, I actually think she works for the same construction company as us, but she doesn't like us. And that's it. That's that's the quick kill, Charlene. I know. I don't know why nobody. I don't know why she doesn't like us, but anyway, she comes at us with a chainsaw, and now she's no more. So I wanted to talk about the auto-scroller at least a little bit. I think this is probably the most interesting auto-scroller in that these people are on unicycles throwing like shot puts or cannonballs of sorts at us. And obviously you could take damage, or you could go forward or backwards. No matter what, I'm pretty sure the speed is the same. Except on this final part where you accelerate towards the end, which I am actually holding left a bit so I can jump here and get a hammer upgrade. But that is probably the most random like auto-scroller I've ever seen in my life. Anyways, so this boss, I call him Skater Boy, B-O-I, and Skater with an 8, you know it. With the hammer upgrade, it's pretty easy to one-shot him, as I miss completely, of course, amazing. He does get, obviously, faster on his board, the more intense he gets. But that face, that face at the end is so priceless and random. There we go. We're just making our way downtown. Alright, so this section sort of introduced falling blocks as well as frogs. So basically what happens with frogs is that they don't go away unless you smack them twice, unless you have the big hammer upgrade, aka Stormbreaker. But so this is the whirly-durly, or I like to call the whirly-durly. You just spin the hammer around real fast. This is really useful compared to like the regular hammer, so I tend to pick it up. It's not mandatory by any means, but it has a good range too. Also, we have sort of like the 80s, 90s poofy pants. They are poofy, they are the don't touch me hammer pants. Alright, so I'm gonna go down a bit because I fell off a block that is it's regenerative, but you have to go to the next page, but we're fine. If you look on the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see it'll say ×2, so that is sort of like my super hammer power. Again, not an official term, I'm gonna call it a super hammer power. We use that in a couple of areas in this game. I tend to pick it up during this particular boss, because he's mean. And I will show you what that is soon. One really good thing about this particular run is that all of the pickups are not randomized, so you can route this pretty, I wouldn't say easily, but it's better instead of like, you know, guessing at what items you're gonna pick up in the end. So that's pretty nice. So this next boss is called Dynamite Dan, and apparently he's like one of our arch rivals that I learned just recently from someone on Twitter that actually has the Japanese manual for this and translated it as much as they could for us. So that is the superpower right there. Basically, you can smack the ground, or you could also create sort of like a spur of different like fireballs coming out. I tend to use the smack the ground one because it is more consistent. And you can see that it does deal a good amount of damage overall. We only need one more hit on this guy. Come here, Dan. Dan. Alright. I call this boss Chad, but I mean, his official name is Dan. Dynamite Dan. Apparently he's like our arch rival in this game. Yeah, alright, so we are on the final 2 levels of this game, but they are the most difficult. Go figure. So we're in, like, again, another sort of like a 90s trope of like a warehouse. This introduces lasers, which big shock to no one. Again, lasers are apparently always a thing in a warehouse. If you work in a warehouse, beware of lasers, apparently. There's a couple of spots that have onigiri as well as sort of, I call them invincibility medallions. They're sort of like, if you think of them, I don't know, like a star in Mario or something that makes you invincible. Going to try to not die by the laser here. Got it. Alright. Didn't die by the lasers, so we're good. And I also surpassed the little stock holes right there, so you can get stuck behind those. And also lava. Welcome to lava, everybody. Lava's not fun. As you can sort of tell from the last couple times that I died, every time Hammer and Harry dies, it's really extra, and he'll like go off the screen. I did not mean to pick that up, but we're gonna have to deal with it, I guess. That kind of sucks. Oh well. I picked up another hammer upgrade, which I wasn't supposed to, but that's totally fine. We'll get through it together. I'm going to conserve my power, so you can actually throw the hammer like this. You have to roll from up to left or right, and in this instance I rolled up to right. It's actually not that easy to do, especially if you have a really tight D-pad on your controller, but the one that I'm currently using is an 8-bit controller that is Bluetooth on my Super Famicom that I've been using for quite some time. So luckily for me, it is pretty loose. Alright, again, I was supposed to keep the other hammer, so this is gonna be a little tricky, but that just means the run's gonna be spicy, chat. Spicy run for a spicy chat. So I hope y'all are ready, because I've actually genuinely never done this fight with this hammer before in my life, so we're just gonna go for it. Also, that's our family friend that we're supposed to be saving, but she gives us a bento box. I don't know. And now we are at the sort of looks like Wily from Mega Man boss battle. Again, during this fight, I would normally have Stormbreaker, but actually that was a really, really good fight, so GG's. I'm here for it, chat. And I just paused the game. It's okay. But that was good. That was really good. I'm actually... Everyone look away. It's Thomas the Time Machine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to see this. Look away, children. Everyone look away. It's cursed. I'm sorry. My community and I call this Thomas the Time Machine. You can't unsee it. We have a two-part emote of it. It's a thing. Alright, so this is the final level. There will be a final level as well as a final boss, which I will talk about later. Also, there are these little RoboCop things. They're very rude. If you don't get rid of them, they will chase you, and they will almost chase you basically all over the map. So it's either you get rid of them or they go the other way. Hopefully they go the other way, but most of the time you're gonna just have to get rid of them. I'm gonna get rid of these lasers because they can also hit you off screen. Which is just very not nice. So if you have any other donations, this part is a little tricky. So I would, I'm probably going to be either laughing at the jumps or the things that are happening. So this would probably be a good time for donations if you have any.
We sure do. It looks like a Robert Potiti donated $20 and said, "I came here because Air Angel told me to."
Yeah. Also, my community and I do like a bunch of ayahs. So chat, get your ayahs in chat. Get your ayahs in the donations. I will ayah for you.
And I can confirm here with the addition of that donation and this one, $80 from Bahamut X, we've reached your full $100 match.
Heck yes, gamers, we did it. Nice.
And Bahamut X says, take this as a wonderful charity, and what better way to help than donating to name the ultimate character after one of my favorite games, Kyoko from River City Girls. Please put $40 towards the name and $40 to making the character female. So both of those bid wars now have a winning option currently. If you'd like to pick something else, you got to donate.
Heck yeah, thank you all so much. I will definitely make sure to donate right after my run. Alright, so this platform you have to wait till it faces up, and I missed it like 3 times. But anyways. You can keep going if there's a couple more.
Sure. We have a $1 anonymous donation that says, yay, Speedrun Ragnarok. Please put this towards naming the ultimate character, Lorge Bean.
Lorge Bean.
And we also have $20 from Shinsero. Thank you for that, Shinsero.
Shin, thank you. Alright, so I'm gonna take this section a little bit more gingerly, because we're coming up on part 1 of the final boss, which again is a hacker. So I just picked up a safety onigiri, and I'm probably gonna take a less speedy approach to this section right here, which is fine. So normally you could get through these particular little stompy things. If you just like run through it, you'll like take damage, but it's not too bad. But since I'm going to save my lives, my HP, if you will, because this boss is a jerk. So, Wily Part 2, basically. I'm basically going to use 5 of these special attacks, if these go well. You can get a stun lock here. I typically don't. Just because it's actually fairly difficult to do that, depending on the pattern. Right now the pattern's not doing too good, but that's okay. That actually wasn't too bad. Alright, I've got one more special attack I can use. Alright, good. I almost thought we wasted that special attack, but we didn't. Alright. I just need to hit him one more time. 2 more times. Alright, we're good. That is basically a run killer. That's like one of the most toughest sections. Toughest? Anyways, it's very difficult. And they can give you not so great patterns. Alright, so we are coming up on time soon as I defeat this final boss. I didn't mean to throw my hammer there, but here we are. Just as a heads up for, I guess, Tech Crew as well. But this boss can be a hacker. So welcome to this game. This is, yeah, the final boss is in a mech suit of sorts. RNG related. The suit color is dependent on what it does. It can go on the ground, which is green. It could shoot these little blast beam sort of type things, or these gear laser things, and I just wasted that, but oh, it actually hit him. We're actually good. Okay, cool. And time will be when I make the last hit here, so hopefully in a minute maybe. It's really intense in here, chat. We still have one more special ability that is... Alright, that's fine. This is also RNG, so you never know what's gonna happen. You never know what they're gonna do next. That was kind of lame. And that's time. Wow, okay.
GG's.
And he like sort of freaks out. And there we go. And look at that, underestimate, even after all those deaths. That's awesome. Alright, so we defeated the rival construction company. And I just want to remind everybody, this is a rival construction company that somehow has access to a time machine and a full lab. I don't know, welcome to the early 90s where things in video games were a lot more volatile, I guess. So we save our childhood friend, and we go back into the time machine. Just if you needed one last cursed part of your night, there he is. While this plays out for a little bit, I just want to thank everyone in chat for being here and for supporting the RPG Valkyrie's channel in Speedrun Ragnarok. This is my second time, I believe, on this particular event, and it's always super awesome. The staff is super amazing, and thank you all so much that work on this event. I know it takes a whole lot of hard work and dedication to do something like this, and y'all are freaking awesome. And I will donate the $100 right after I go away, because thank you for all being freaking awesome and donating during my segment. But I think that's gonna be it for me. This is Ganbare Daiku no Jensen on Super Famicom. Again, I am airangel. If you like kawaii, if you like retro, you can follow me at twitch.tv/airangel or on Twitter, Instagram, airangel.tv. Thank you all so much, and thank you to the lovely host. Thank you for hanging out with me during this adventure of a game.
Oh, it was very fun. It was my pleasure.
Alright, I hope you all enjoy the rest of the marathon. That's it for me.